Hello and welcome to CNN Business Traveller. I'm Richard Quest, and this month our passion is all about planes, and I've got my own. Coming up this month on the programme, from the Virgin Atlantic hangar at Heathrow, where are the fuel tanks? To the Paris Air Show. I have no idea what this is for. We find out how all the bits work, from nose to tail to the most private room on the plane.
Now it's starting to smell.
If we're getting to know planes, it's time to learn the ups from the downs, the ins from the outs. And Virgin's giving me my own A330. Where's the best place to begin? At the front?
At the front.
Now, galleys are extremely complicated.
These are custom made by only a small number of manufacturers around the world, specifically for this purpose.
Let's talk about seats. The modern trend is for extremely complicated seats.
We've hidden all the wiring inside these panels. There's lighting in here, there's IFE. It's all within this very thin piece of structure. It's a rat's nest in there. Within a few hours, we can take a whole seat out and put a new one in if necessary. This is an airbag, so it's there for the passenger's safety.
So this is an airbag. People don't know this.
No, they don't. And we've designed it such that it's as subtle as we possibly can. Only in certain seats where the seat is just far enough away from you that you have a higher chance of injuring yourself.
Why are you all obsessed by seats into the upright and locked position for takeoff and landing? What difference does it make?
Well, it makes quite a big difference, unfortunately. When seats are out of position, we lose control of where the surfaces are and where the injurious items are. Every seat on this aircraft is crash tested at 16G. It's the same kind of crash test with a dummy. So, what's down below? We're climbing stairs not to the cabin, but to the cargo bay.
This is your avionics bay. All the avionics, all the vast majority of all the flight control computers, navigation computers, communications, in-flight entertainment, all the computers sit down here.
Tell us what is along here.
Right, we've got wiring, air conditioning ducts, water supplies, all to support the cabin upstairs.
So if I had to fly in here, would I freeze to death or?
You wouldn't freeze to death, you get cold. They don't have the same level of air conditioning down here as they do upstairs.
Now, where are the fuel tanks?
The fuel tanks sit in the wings here.
It doesn't look that big though, or that deep to carry that much fuel. It's not like one big tank.
They are deep, you can almost stand up in them.
Really?
They go almost to the tips of the wings.
And this is the
gear bay.
We hear, of course, stories of people who've stowed away in gear bays. It's not a good idea.
No, you'd freeze up there.
Now, look, this is the engine.
Yes.
Not cheap, these engines, are they?
No, they're not. I think they're about 37 million US dollars each. Here they're removing a magnetic chip detector.
Right.
It picks up metallic particles in the engine, gives an indication as to whether the engine's failing.
Did you find any?
No, it's perfectly clean. So now we can refit it.
Oh, well, let's go. Let's not waste time. There's a plane to fly. Your new shareholders will want this back in the air. Whatever changes there may have been on the aircraft, there are huge changes afoot for Virgin Atlantic, the airline, soon to be 49% owned by Delta of the United States. I sat down with the Delta president and the new Virgin chief exec to find out what's in store. Two airlines bringing two very different concepts to crossing the ocean. Virgin Atlantic, young, funky, forward-thinking, if a little wearied from 2 years of losses and decades of battling against BA. Virgin is keen to expand its network in the United States and hopes to return to profit in 2015. And Delta, the more traditional of the two. Currently on a winning streak, the airline now wants to make more of the world's busiest routes, London to the United States, currently dominated by BA and American. And that is where Virgin comes in.
Heathrow is the most important destination for the U.S. business traveler, and we've not been able to provide the level of service and schedule frequency that our customers need, so Virgin was the best way we can get there.
I don't want to sound cruel about it, but you bought slots.
Well, we made an investment in an amazing brand and an amazing opportunity to work together in partnership that we can learn from them as well as we can provide some opportunities to help them enhance their business.
But the analysts and the people who look at this, they suggest this is a kick to the idea of Virgin as a network carrier in its own right.
Well, I think that's simply nonsense. In order to be able to offer the breadth of network to the UK customers, we need to get revenue from the other side, and our relationship with Delta will really create a lot of that on the transatlantic basis. But that said, we have a lot of things we need to look at elsewhere, and we have partners in many other destinations that we serve that are very important to us.
One word for you, Craig. One word. Sky Team. When?
Well, first of all, it has to be started with an if. We are focused first on the big prize, and the big prize is working together successfully with Delta. We will eventually evaluate whether it makes sense to join SkyTeam.
Delta has done a huge job in raising its service in recent years.
We have.
But there is still a service mismatch, perhaps. So is the goal to bring the two products together still further?
Well, I think the goal is to bring the products into a complementary relationship.
The way I think about it is the Virgin brand and the Virgin style is one of the things that attracted Delta to us in the first place.
There is an enormous amount that we learn from each other. And I think Delta, the Virgin brand is a very youthful brand. It has a spunkiness to it, it has an energy to it, it has an edge to it. We can use some of that.
I'll give you an example. Do you charge for drinks, for alcoholic drinks in economy across the Atlantic?
No.
Do you charge for alcoholic drinks in economy across the Atlantic?
Yes, we do.
Which is it going to be in the new one?
We haven't had a chance to sit down and talk about that because it's obviously more, we're competitors today. Right?
Exactly.
So what we want in our customers' eyes, we want to make this product as consistent as possible, recognizing that both brands are going to have some different characteristics.
I guess the question is, are you going to be Virginized or are you going to be Deltaized? Which is it?
I know the answer to that. It's neither.
I knew you were going to say that. Gentlemen, congratulations.
Thank you, Richard.
There's never a dull moment in this industry. I appreciate your time.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Richard, thanks so much.
Thank you.
After the break, shopping at the Paris Air Show. What can we buy?
Is it expensive? Go on, give me an idea. Come on.